evening. You're joining with Prime TV News and I'm Pankaj Kulutunga. First, the news headlines. Further rain will be experienced in many areas. Sajid Premadasa says maximum punishment will be meted out to those responsible for Easter Sunday attacks. ITN is ready to telecast live the Sajid Gotabaya debate. Maximum price for chicken and eggs. Trump lifts US sanctions on Turkey. Now for the news in detail. 3 fisheries trawlers anchored at the Ambalangoda Fisheries Harbour have faced an accident. These fisheries trawlers have been washed away to the sea following strong waves. These were destroyed after being hit on the rock wall. One of these trawlers is a multi-day trawler. It was completely destroyed and its value is reported to be 2 million rupees. In the meantime, following gusty winds, the movement of traffic in the Gaul-Colombo main road have been restricted to one lane between Kahanava and Telavatta. New Democratic Front presidential candidate Sajid Premadasa says that maximum punishment will be meted out to those responsible for terrorist attacks, including the Easter Sunday attacks, as soon as he assumes office.
රටම එකට එක්වනාද දිනයේ සිව්සිය දහසින් හදවත් බැඳුනා එක්ව ඉදිරියට යන මඟ හැදුනා එක්ව ඉදිරියට යන මඟ හැදුනා හදින් හද හිතින් හිත මුළු නගර නගර ගම්බින් පාසා
Sajid Premadasa said that they would launch a new program to ensure national security. The country's intelligence will be totally depoliticized and new intelligence created for the well-being of the country. New arms and ammunition will be provided so that they could face modern terrorism. They will launch a national security program so that any form of challenge could be faced. He queried as to who is talking about the fate suffered by the innocent people who faced the terrorist attacks at the Katuapitiya Church, the Kochikade Church and the Zion Church, and also who were appearing on behalf of them. He queried whether the only sentence that could be imposed on them who undertook these brutal attacks is life imprisonment. He said that under a government he would sentence anyone who is engaged in terrorist activities to death after being proved in courts of their involvement, irrespective of the caste, creed or other differences. In his national policy, he has given the highest positions to destroying the drug menace. A public rally organized on behalf of the victory of Sajid Premadasa was held in the Puttalam town. A large gathering, including many parliamentarians, joined in this rally. Sajid Premadasa also joined in an inspection for the Dematogoda Orion City Information Technology Institute. He also attended a discussion with representatives of this institute. According to a challenge made by presidential candidate Sajid Premadasa to presidential candidate Gotabaya Rajapaksa to come for a public debate, the independent television media network has made arrangements to give a live telecast of this debate. In a Twitter message, Sajid Premadasa has challenged Gotabaya Rajapaksa to come for a live television program to discuss with him on their future policies and vision. Sajid Premadasa has said that a strong candidate should have no fear of clashing with his opponent. However, it is reported that there have been no proper response from Gotabaya Rajapaksa. If Gotabaya Rajapaksa is prepared to come for a debate, The independent television media network is prepared to give an opportunity for that purpose, since it is its aspiration to endow to the country a most developed political culture. More on local news. Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna presidential candidate Gotabaya Rajapaksa has said that he has prepared his policy statement on behalf of the welfare of the people. He pointed out that it was the previous government that developed the country after ending the war. Gotabaya Rajapaksa made these references at a public meeting held in the Nawalapitiya town. This meeting was organized to consolidate his victory at the presidential election. The meeting, which was organized by parliamentarian Mahindanantha Alutgamage, was attended by a large gathering including opposition leader Mahinda Rajapaksa and many parliamentarians. Gotabaya Rajapaksa said that his responsibility is for the public. His agreement and his discussion is with the public. It is in this accordance that he has submitted a program for them. He said that they are a group that had accepted challenges and surmounted them. Maybe the security of the country, the economy or the development, they have accepted challenges of every sector and surmounted. Not only ending terrorism, but they took action to create a sustainable environment for every community, maybe the Sinhala, Tamil and Muslim, to live in peace. They have achieved their victories after the war, other than the victory over the war. But the people were deceived due to false propaganda at the time. Gotabaya Rajapaksa said that everyone is aware of the repercussions they experienced due to these false propaganda. Meanwhile, another public meeting to ensure the victory of Gotabaya Rajapaksa was held in the Pundaluoya town in Kothmale. The public meeting held at the Samagi grounds in Pundaluoya was organized by parliamentarian C.B. Ratnayaka and chairman of the Kothmale Pradeshya Sabha, Susantha Pereira. Large gathering including parliamentarian Arumugam Thundaman joined in this public rally. Gotabaya Rajapaksa said that although Sri Lanka was of high quality, it remains at the 4th position. The government should assume this responsibility. As a responsible government, they would extend the proper position for tea through government sponsorship. He said that he discussed the matter with Thundaman and upgrade the living standard of the estate labourer. They would not only be given a daily wage of 1,000 rupees, but provide a good opportunity to enhance their earnings. Janata Vimukti Peramuna propaganda secretary Vijita Herath said that there are some groups that are attempting to incite racism and rate a terrorism fear with the aim of achieving political mileage. He was addressing a public rally organized in the Panadura area. Vijita Herath said that it has always been a despicable political tradition to urge racism when elections are nearing. He denounced the recent bomb scares as political chicanery. The JVP propaganda secretary promised a new firm leadership to steer the nation in the right direction. Meanwhile, a public rally was held in Homagama to consolidate the victory of presidential candidate of the National People's Force, Anura Kumara Disanayaka. This meeting was organized by a group of artists. It was attended by a large gathering including artists. Writer Jayatilaka Kammallavira said the time has come to set an end to the deceptions extended by forces with narrow political agendas. Veteran artist Deepani Silva said that both current and former governments have failed to make any significant progress in educational and cultural sectors despite their repeated promises. Minister Patali Champika Ranawaka has said that the right of the prisoners to vote should be safeguarded. The minister made this observation participating in a prisoners' conference organized by the Committee for the Protection of Rights of Prisoners. The minister referred to several shortcomings in local prisons. A group including chairman of the Committee for the Protection of Rights of Prisoners, attorney Seneka Pereira, joined in the occasion. Minister Patali Champika Ranawaka said that in these presidential elections, on certain occasions, 50% of votes surpassed only by 20 to 30,000. Not permitting the prisoners to vote in the polls is a violation of human rights. He said that they wish to make a fervent appeals from the National Elections Commission to immediately grant these prisoners to exercise their franchise. The import of chicken and eggs has been halted. The Ministry of Agriculture, Rural Economic Development and Livestock Development said that the Chicken Producers Association has expressed its consent to sell a kilogram of chicken at 450 rupees sounds by shortage during this festival season. The retail price of an egg will be 17 rupees. This agreement has been reached due to a discussion held by the Chicken Producers Association with Minister P. Harrison at the ministry. The maximum price of a skinless kilogram of chicken will be 570 rupees. These prices will be effective up to next January. The agreement with respect to those decisions was handed over by the officials of the association to the minister. The Lanka Eggs Producers Association had agreed to sell eggs at a maximum price of 17 rupees sans any shortage. The hotline 07037 2293 300 was introduced to solve issues related to eggs. The commander of the Air Force, Air Marshal Sumangala Dias, patronized in a religious ceremony at the Sri Dalada Maligava in Kandy to mark the 68th anniversary of the Sri Lanka Air Force. The Air Force commander first visited the Dalada Maligava and paid obeisance to the sacred truth relics. Thereafter, he joined in the Pinkama, offering alms to 68 members of the Mahasangha. It was followed by a religious program on behalf of members of the Air Force who have sacrificed their lives in the war, on behalf of those who had gone missing, and on those who are in active service. Members of the Mahasangha, including the Malwatta and Asgiriya Mahanayakas and air officials, joined in this occasion. The Department of Meteorology forecasts showers or thunder showers throughout the island. A number of low-lying areas remain submerged due to persistent heavy showers. Meteorologist Atula Karunanayaka said that heavy rains are expected to increase due to a state of low pressure persisting in the Bay of Bengal. In addition, showers and thunder showers are to be expected in western, northwestern, northern and Sabaragamu provinces as well as in the Gaul and Mathura districts throughout the day. Some affiliating areas might receive showers exceeding 100 millimeters. Showers or thunder showers are expected in the other areas of the island towards the evening. Some areas might receive showers from 50 to 75 millimeters. The meteorologist forecast heavy rains in the sea areas along the shorelines from Puttalam through Mannar to Kankasanturai. Heavy winds are also to be expected as a result. The rainy atmosphere towards the evening is expected to continue until the first week of November. Meanwhile, the Disaster Management Centre said landslide warnings issued are still valid. Assistant Director of the department, Pradeep Kodippili, said that all sectors have already been warned to be cautious to face such a situation. He said that areas affiliating to Colombo are inundated as heavy rains continued. Spill gates of Rajanganaya and Daduruoya have been opened. He said that areas affiliating to Colombo are inundated as heavy rains continued. The residents in affiliating areas are advised to be thoroughly vigilant. Several districts in the north are affected by extreme weather condition. The transportation system is reported to have come to a standstill. Following the heavy rains, areas affiliated to Gaul has also been flooded. A number of roads remain submerged. Residents are thoroughly affected by the adverse weather condition. Even though the water level of Attanagalu Oya had previously receded, it has again risen following the rain experienced today. Many low-lying areas remain submerged. Practical examinations of the GCE Ordinary Level Examination Aesthetic Subjects commences on the 28th of this month. The Examinations Department said that it will continue until the 8th of this month. Until the 8th of next month. The Examinations Department said that appearing for this examination is mandatory, since the marks of practical tests are used to determine the end result of aesthetic subjects. The department mentioned that the admission cards and timetables of the school applicants have been mailed to the respective principals and to the private candidates to their addresses. One person was killed while 51 others were injured in a head-on collision between two buses. The accident happened in the Minneria area. An SLTB bus plying from Colombo to Kalmunnai collided head-on with a private bus which was plying from Batticaloa to Colombo. The driver of the SLTB died in this accident. The injured have been admitted to the Polonnaruwa General Hospital. Hospital sources said that the condition of 5 of them is serious. Prime News returns tomorrow, and in the meantime, make www.itnnews.lk your go-to source for the very latest in news at home and overseas. Signing off, I'm Pankaj Kulutunga. Good night.